Welcome to the Full Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 4:08 p.m. That is Central Time. Today is February 27th, and today being Friday, it's the big picture, long-term audio and video for the various different asset classes. And of course, it's also the end of February, so we have a little bit of position changing going on at the end of the month. I think, though, that what we're seeing right now is the 2-year yield dropping down through the 1,000-day moving average. And it looks to be quite likely that the 200-day moving average is going to cross down below it in the not too distant future. That is the definition of a downtrend. So that's an important thing to bear in mind. Now, of course, what we've seen in here this week is a lot of concern about the private credit markets, and several of the large private equity firms have pulled back rather significantly. We've seen that another bankruptcy has emerged, this time in the UK, but almost exactly for the same reason as the Tricolor bankruptcy back in September for double pledging of collateral. And obviously, that's fraud. So if your sector is assailed with fraud, obviously that is a rather significant problem. But then is it enough to bring down the entire system is an entirely different question. I would say one of the most significant issues with making broad statements about the private credit markets is that each deal is unique and that the sector is far from homogeneous. So it's not quite the same thing as saying that you have a problem with subprime loans, because that is a basket of loans all made on some kind of property that is lent to someone with terrible credit. So there's a large degree of homogeneity around the borrowers, even if every individual property is different. So I think that is one of the defining factors of private credit, because you have lots of different strategies, you have lots of different ways of thinking about the market, lots of different assets are involved, different kinds of tie-ups of different kinds of businesses are involved, and those are all big questions. Now, of course, what we've also seen, and I think this is also part of the reason why we've had such a big question this week, is really that software has been under a cloud, and a lot of the business development companies are invested in software. Estimates for that range from about 20 to 40%. So part of the reason why you have this downward pressure is because of the downward spiral in some of those software companies. And that really reached a panicky crescendo this week with a very bearish report, which was future casting mass unemployment and an environment where lots of software